Coffee, I'm going to be a nicer person in like 30 seconds.
God,
Wow.
Fuck you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Stevecast. I am Steve. I am very sick. Joined today by Matt. I am
You're
sick.
sick?
This is the cursed episode.
I'm in a great mood
just kidding.
today. I'm the only one here in a great mood, I think. So, yeah, it's me. I'm here.
And also joined by the person that was not on time, Ms. Rachel.
2 minutes late. I was here on time, but then my headphones were dead.
That's not being on time then.
4 minutes late, actually.
It was
4 minutes late. I looked. I was watching.
No, but I was in the lobby, like the green room of Zencastr at 3 minutes.
What?
This is a good question for you, Steve. Steve, what constitutes lateness? Are you technically late if you are here at 4, but problems have occurred and you cannot get on, or are you late regardless?
Being on time means being on time and ready to go on time. It's like, yeah, if we're supposed to start at 4 and you show up at 4 and say, "Hey guys, I'm here. I've got to go run an errand." You were late. We can't start until your errand is over.
There's a big difference between saying you need to run an errand and I need to walk into the next room and get a different headset.
Were we able to start at the proposed time?
Pretty much.
No.
All right, listeners,
you should give some leeway, Rachel. At 3:55 Central Time, you should have went over thinking like, my earbuds, they could be dead. I better check them first. But you waited till exactly 4 when we were supposed to start. That's late.
I was actually at my desk before that getting set up. I had to get my mic together. I had to move my desk around.
You could just say I was wrong. I was wrong, guys. So I apologize. I was late. That's all you can say, Rachel.
Regardless of the fact that we are now starting 10 minutes late, I love you both. Thank you both for being here. We are going to complete a journey tonight that we began almost 9 years ago. I believe on August 28th, 2015, we watched American Ninja 2.
Wow.
And discovered the incredible person, the incredible human being, Mr. Steve James. And since then, we have watched all the other ones. 2 was great. 3 was good because of Steve James. 4, hot garbage. 5, entertaining to me and Rachel. Matt did not care for it.
Do not speak of the episode that almost destroyed us.
We remember what happened, dear viewers. We remember what happened with American Ninja 5. You're giving me PTSD. I'm getting some flashbacks, Steve.
No,
getting flashbacks.
No.
Well, just wait until I mash all of these like a giant compilation, and we just get to see Matt's deteriorate across the series. Can't wait to do that.
Because the last one, I just bailed. Yeah,
so
the last one, people were
technically, even after today, Matt has not completed his American Ninja training. He left it unfinished at the end. But for some dumb reason that I don't know why, we started with American Ninja 2, and now 9 years later, we are making the decision to go back and watch American Ninja 1. Now, Matt, I believe you actually have seen this before. I think you were so impressed with American Ninja 2, you went and watched part 1 on your own.
Yes. Part 1. I won't spoil too much of it. You're gonna see the introduction of the great Steve James. You're not going to like it when he's initially introduced, because our lead character kind of puts him in his place, so to speak. But by the end, you're going to come back around. So the big finale of this, you're going to be on board with Steve James all the way through and through. And I will point out a recommendation to you, Steve, after you edit this thing and you put all 5 of these Stevecast together, you need to title it American Ninja Full Movie, because that's where we get all of our views from. Are these American? And literally, the search in the Google Analytics, people just type in American Ninja Full Movie in the search bar, and they lead to all of our American Ninja Stevecast. So that's the play.
This video is going to be 7 hours is just going to go right over their head. They're not going to catch that. They're going to click on it anyway.
Doesn't matter. We want that. We want fast cash, and we need the likes to get views.
Now on the
Stevecast, Matthew, you've changed.
Matt's all about that YouTube lifestyle now. Matt used to be in this for just the fun and the journey. Now he is telling people to dick punch that like button, subscribe hard to the channel.
Now I realize that it's work, and I should be compensated for my work.
I'm gonna replace both of you with AI at some point. It's gonna be great.
Whoa!
So
Feels inevitable.
Here at the Stevecast, we watch movies in chunks. The chunk duration has been all over the place over the last few months, but this is a long movie, duration. And so I think today we are going to do 20-minute chunks. Does that work for you two? Mm-hmm. 20 minutes. 20 so minutes. We will watch this movie 20 minutes at a time, pausing between each chunk to come back and describe what we have seen.
I like when you say the word chunk. Can you say it again?
Yeah.
Slower?
Chunk?
Sexier?
I can't do sexier.
Yes.
I don't have the voice for it right now. I am very sick.
No, it's just a little more ASMR.
What are you sick with?
I don't know. I think it's
a little more bass.
Yeah, what are you
keep seeing on like the link in Reddit that there's just like a cold going around town, and apparently I picked it up from someone. As far as I know, I have dodged the COVID bullet. I think I still have like some old free tests from a couple years back that have probably expired. I don't know.
Matt, you got all your COVIDs.
Yeah, Matt has your COVID and my COVID. He's just a COVID magnet. Matt, you might be a super spreader at this point.
What?
I just
haven't you had COVID like 17 times?
Oh, well, not 17 times. I haven't had COVID in, it's been like a year and a half. So, but but I had it like 3 times.
Prior to that, you had it 17 times. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
I am.
My DNA is mutating. I'm becoming an X-Men.
With one of the shittier powers, apparently. Guys, I am ready to go.
COVID is the worst superpower.
Yeah, you just like is your superpower like you have rogue's powers, but when you touch someone, you don't absorb their abilities; you just absorb their COVID.
He's putting the super in super spreader.
Let's get this rolling.
Let's do it.
I want to say something nice. I like your pants; they're very cool.
How did you see my pants?
Lifting your legs up in camera view.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, do you know what they actually are?
They're the thing.
Can I show some?
Yeah, show us.
Okay,
sexy gams. Yeah. Let's check those out. Yeah.
Woo. I can't stretch that far. That's a little high for me. Yeah.
Let's
get rolling, Steve. It's getting hot in here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push play.
Oh shit! I don't have it up. Hold on. Talk amongst your.
Oh my god!
We continue to be late.
You're even late for hitting press play.
I was so mesmerized by
she's just thinking ahead. She's thinking ahead and giving the viewers at home time to also pull the movie up on their end. We encourage.
How about this, Rachel? Rachel, you like that?
Move the notebook out of the way so we can see the goods.
10s across the board.
I don't want you to have to put up a censored block, Steve. I don't want you to have to do that. I'm trying to save work.
I'm pushing play. Pushing play now. All right, we are back with minutes 0 through 20 of American Ninja 1. My friends may have paid attention to 3 of those minutes. We'll see what they remember. I am going to quiz them on this. So this starts out with an aggressive game of hacky sack. Rachel was like regaling us with stories of naked hacky sack that she has witnessed.
Yes. You think that counts as double dribbling?
Oh, I thought she was doing the naked. I thought she was doing the naked hacky sacking. That wasn't the story? No. Okay.
That's why I wanted to know if it counts as a double dribble. I don't have the equipment.
Well, hacky sack is going on with a bunch of military. We're on a military base somewhere, and a bunch of soldiers are playing hacky sack, and they're trying to get Joe. What's Joe's? Is it Joe Armstrong? I'm trying to remember his name. Regardless, the American Ninja is Joe.
Is it Joe Armstrong, the guy from Green Day?
I don't know.
No, it's Billy Armstrong.
That's Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Billy. Okay.
Michael Dudikoff. We will just call him by his name. Friend of the show, Michael Dudikoff, is hanging out alone by a military jeep, and all of the other military guys are heckling him because he doesn't want to participate in this hacky sack game, which is the right call.
Well, okay, I was going to ask you, Steve. You're saying that's the right call. Maybe you already pre-answered my question. Like, what is your take on hacky sack? Have you ever played hacky sack, and do you feel like it's a worthwhile endeavor of one's time?
No, anyone that plays hacky sack should probably just take some sleeping pills, like a whole lot of them, just big fans.
Demonetized.
Wow. All right.
Big fistfuls. Don't half-ass this. No, hacky sack is stupid. I've never understood, because even when I was growing up in the 90s, everyone had hacky sacks. I was like, this is fucking dumb. What is the point of any of this? But Matt and Rachel, feel free to disagree with me.
Man, to me that's a red.
I disagree with you.
Okay.
I disagree. I think the art of the hacky is what they like to call it. I think the art of the hacky. I think it's a valid. It's a valid art form. It's a valid art form. Now, maybe some of the people playing and participating in the art of the hacky are not cool people. So you gotta separate the art of the hacky from
all
the people playing the
hacky.
I've
never watched a person play hacky sack and thought, wow, what a badass. He's awesome. And my friend of the show, Michael Dudikoff, shares my opinion, because he doesn't care about any of these guys.
I am going to play hacky in front of you.
I'm think, wow, what a badass.
May. The art of the hacky happening in May.
I feel like Matt just has this secret love of the hacky sack, and this is he's trying to lure us into it so he has friends to sack with.
I mean, he's been...
Will you sack with me, Rachel, and May?
With you. I will say we did get your legs up over your head already today, so maybe that's what this is really about. You're just trying to elevate them gams.
I'm getting flexible so that I can really show you the art of the hacky. I can
show you the sack.
Yeah. We're sacking it in May.
Yes.
Got it. But that hacky sack flies right next to Dudikoff's head. Whoever was off screen throwing that was trying to hit him in the face. I have no doubt.
I mean he has a sackable face.
He has a sackable face.
Yeah. I wouldn't sack his face, but he does have a sackable face. You are correct.
I'm going to go through so many cough drops.
That is the art of the sack.
Anyways, these military guys are giving him shit because he doesn't want to play hacky sack. While this is going on, there's a military leader of some sort. I'm just going to call him the general. I have no idea what his rank is, but the general has a daughter whose name I don't even know. And Patricia.
Right. See, I'm paying attention.
Daughter Patricia is like, don't worry, Dad. I will have the house nice and clean and ready for you when you get home. It was the 80s. And then so Patricia is going to be driven home by one of the military people, but she's being driven along with a military convoy that is transporting something. And we don't know what the something is yet, but something important-ish is being transported, and the military daughter is going with them, and they're rebels that have been constantly attacking these convoys. So this guy gives no fucks about his daughter.
To be fair, Steve. No, wait a minute. To be fair, he probably thinks that, look, my daughter's safest when she's around 40 dudes with machine guns, armed guys with machine guns.
This was the 80s. That is definitely not where a young woman is safest.
But you know what they say. It takes a good guy with a gun to stop a bad guy with a gun. So that's what they were going for here.
Well, it's real early in the day for this.
Not my fault. We had to start early. Anyway, so...
No! Don't you turn this back on me.
The convoy...
I'm starting to twitch, Steve. I'm starting to twitch.
No. That'd be great if we whenever we do a compilation of if we bookend the American Ninja series with just forcing Matt to fucking quit because he's so tired of our shit.
No.
Yeah, I'm already tired of this shit. It's only been 15 minutes. 20 minutes.
Really, it's been 35 minutes because we had to start late because of someone else that's on the show. So,
I don't know who you're referring to.
There's the convoy plus the car that Patricia is being driven in. They get stopped by a construction crew. And the construction crew gets out guns and holds all the military people hostage, and they start stealing their clothes. Like they want the military outfit so they can disguise themselves for reasons that I assume we're going to find out later, because they don't really go into the motives of these bad guys here. Patricia says, "Fuck this noise."
It's just about the action right now. Just about the action. Get some ninja fighting.
Patricia says, "Fuck this noise," and just gets in the car and drives off and crashes it immediately. And so all of the military guys, just looking at Rachel's face right now.
This is the future conservatives want, man.
All of the military guys just like start fighting all of these construction guys that are secretly rebels of some sort. But they don't start fighting until after the rebels have halfway stolen the uniforms. And so all of the military guys and all of the rebels are dressed identically for this fight scene. So I can't tell who am I supposed to be rooting for here? Who are the good guys? Because you have people fighting all wearing the same outfits. At some point, Michael Dudikoff really takes charge and begins fighting off these bad guys. He goes to rescue Patricia, and then like actual ninjas show up. There's like a main ninja that calls in other ninjas that were hiding in these palm trees. They were hiding in palm trees in the daytime in fully black like ninja outfits. Like we have consistently called this series out on how stupid the ninja uniforms are, and we've even seen like multicolored ninjas in other movies where like there was an outfit that would have made more sense for where the fight was taking place, and they didn't wear those outfits until later in the movie. I don't know. We have.
If you had to wear this ninja suit, if each one of you got to pick the color of ninja suit that you wore, what color would you wear?
Come on. You know it'd be pink.
I was also going to say pink.
You would look...
Both pink? I'd go purple.
Yeah, that's fine.
Purple ninja suit.
I'll be blue, and then we'll kind of balance it out. We'll have like cotton candy colored ninjas. Can't wait. That's the movie that Matt's going to make this summer.
Cotton Candy Ninja Squad.
So we just named our band. I'm so excited. I get the triangle.
Cotton Candy Ninja Squad.
It works.
I'll set up a show for May. The local bar.
So the ninja have come in and killed several. The military men. Joe, the American ninja, grabs Patricia and like sexually harasses her through the jungle because he just grabs her and just
sexually harasses her through the jungle.
Tell me that's an inaccurate description of what you saw.
I just want to let you roll.
Yes.
You go ahead and describe the things that you want to describe, Steve. By the way, hold on. ADHD. Check this out. Can you see it? Can you see that,
No.
Steve? Or is it not working?
I see something vintage Power Rangers. Is that what that said?
Yeah. They're hacky sacks. Power Rangers hacky sacks. So if I get some of these, you're going to play hacky with me in May with some Power Rangers hacky sacks.
Absolutely not.
Thanks, Ronan. No. You were just the one telling Ronan, Ronan, you can do this one thing to make your friends happy, and you just say no. And I say, Steve, make me happy if you play some Power Rangers hacky with me.
I don't believe that this would make you happy. I think you would be doing this just to try to get a rise out of me.
It's so
Fine,
would.
I'll do it.
If
it'll make you happy, then I will do it.
We'll get you some like super fruity Captain Morgan thing and get you a little tipsy, and then the art of the sack will emerge.
I am not coordinated to play hacky sack while sober.
The art of the hacky, Rachel.
It's called a remix, Matthew.
Okay. Cotton Candy Ninja Squad playing some art of the hacky and the art of the sack in May. Happening. Art of the sack.
What is even happening in this show? Michael Dudikoff.
Hey man, you wanted to do this.
Michael Dudikoff.
This is what happens when I'm back on the show. We go way
Michael
off.
Dudikoff drags Patricia through the jungle. Shuts her up by like forcefully placing his hand over her mouth the entire time. Cuts her skirt.
It's not just a hand over the mouth. He's got like
a sleeper hold on her, trying to like choke her out. He like cuts her skirt, presumably for mobility, so she can like run. But he never says any of this. He just grabs a knife and like stabs it into her skirt and starts cutting. And she is, she's appropriately weirded out by this. Until she notices that Michael Dudikoff is attractive, and then like all of her concerns about this go away. It was the 80s.
You got that slow female gaze pan up Michael Dudikoff's, shirtless, muscled torso, and then she's on board 100%.
Yeah, like, that's very problematic.
Rachel? That's how it works. Super
you
problematic.
You say female gaze, I say homoerotic pan up.
Anyways, the ninjas are like flowing through the jungle trying to find them, but they eventually, Joe and Patricia escape. There's a scene where they have to strip so that they can dry out their clothes, and Patricia is constantly checking out Michael Dudikoff. And eventually they just get out of the jungle, and Michael Dudikoff takes her home. It's just like there's no like final fight or anything.
Like a gentleman.
Just takes her home, drops her off at her house, and she at this point she is very like infatuated with Michael Dudikoff. Like fishing for compliments. It's like, oh Joe, I must look so bad right now, and he's like, nah, you look fine. So like obviously like we've established like the love interest here.
Nah, you look fine. Now, well, let's point out, though, that they do establish that her character is very materialistic because she gets mad that she loses her shoes in the river and that her dress has been torn and that her hair is all messed up. That's important for her character.
Is it?
Just to lay it out there. It is, because it'll come back to play later on.
I'm glad that they're gonna pay that
Maybe.
off.
I don't remember, honestly.
I want to know how they pay this off.
This is important character building
stuff
here.
While Michael Dudikoff and Patricia are out doing their thing, we go back to the military base, and like the Patricia's dad, like the lead military guy, is like, what the hell happened out there? Like, we know these rebels are out there. How did they get us? What happened to my daughter? And everyone just throws Michael Dudikoff under the bus. Just to get the blame off of them. And then they're like, hey, Steve James, what did you learn? And Steve James comes over there and is like, oh yes, sir, are you familiar with ninjutsu, the secret art of assassination? And the general's like, of course I am. Like, obviously I know what ninjas are. And so Steve James has to convince the military guys that ninjas have attacked. And the military guys don't want to believe it, but ultimately, they don't know anything else. And then we get a scene with presumably the main bad guys and the lead ninja. And I don't know who any of these people's names are at this point, but the lead ninja. There was a
Star Tat Ninja. Star Tat Ninja, because he's the leader of the ninja. Remember, he's got the star tattooed.
There was a person involved with the filming of this movie named Gooch Cooch, and Matt was very very amused by their name.
That was not the name.
Feel like
Cooch was not in the name, Steve.
I feel like Matt was like, ha, 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 it's the Gooch Cooch.
Gooter Cooter, the southern version of American Ninja.
The Star Tat Ninja is telling the main bad, because in every one of these movies, it's like an evil businessman has hired ninjas to do their bidding, and it seems like they're setting up the exact same thing here. But Star Tattoo Ninja is like, it was an American ninja, and the businessman's like, those don't exist. And Star Tat Ninja says, no, like, I understand that Westerners are not supposed to be trained in the arts, but this person was, I am sure of it. And so now the lead Star Tattoo Ninja is trying to convince the bad guy that there is an American ninja out there. And then
and we don't want to fuck with an American ninja. That's a whole other level of ninja.
So Joe Armstrong / Michael Dudikoff goes back to his military base, and Patricia's dad is like, you fucked all of this up. Did you think you were going to go and be a big hero? Like these rebels attack all the time, and like you should have just let them have everything they wanted. You basically like you should have just like let the rebels steal all of this military cargo because none of it was important. 4 of our guys are dead, and we blame you for that because you didn't roll over and play dead. you are going to be court-martialed, and that is where we are paused. So things are not looking good for our American ninja friend of the show, Michael Dudikoff.
Do you think we're going to get a...
The sequels are in peril at this point. The sequels are in peril.
Wouldn't it be... Yeah, if only they had stayed true to this, they court-martialed him, and then Steve James became our American... If only there's a sliding doors version of this where they followed through on this plot line. And then we just get slow
Everything's
pans.
a multiverse. Somewhere that happened. Somewhere that happened.
Thoughts, opinions. I summarize things that I'm sure the two of you didn't even see most of it.
I don't know what you're referring to.
There were a lot of sidebar conversations during those 20 minutes.
I think this is... I mentioned as we were watching the fight sequence, it was a lame fight. Michael Dudikoff, the one thing here is, like, if he's this badass American ninja, he's got to do more than what he did in this opening 15 minutes. I don't know why, like, tattooed starred ninja is even worried or concerned about this guy, because he just looks like... he's just doing, like, basic punches and kicks. It just seems unimpressive. We do get a nice cannon explosion. So, Cannon films known for blowing up trucks and stuff. We do get to see one of those. That was pretty cool. But yeah, we're just waiting for Steve James to really enter the picture. This is just, time that we would rather spend conversing with ourselves as friends than waiting for watching Michael Alufakov do his stupid thing with his...
That was a stretch.
So, friend of the show, Michael Alufakov. Friend of the show. Those are my thoughts. Kind of sucks to start with here.
Yeah,
Rachel?
I am impressed with the many ways that this movie is problematic. Like, I expected cultural appropriation and, like, bizarre levels of patriotism. Was not expecting how troubling the female character would be. So, already exceeding my expectations this time around. Way to go, American Ninja.
So where do you guys, because I have seen this before, I kind of have a vague recollection of the things that happen in this. Where do you guys see this film going? Like, you've watched the first 20 minutes. Steve James has entered. Michael Dudikoff's about to be court-martialed. How do you guys see this movie ultimately ending?
I mean...
Stupidly.
Exactly how all the other ones did.
I assume the ninjas...
I was trying to start conversations.
Is it going to be like a Rocky situation where this one, Dudikoff fails, but like he went all the rounds and then he comes back stronger for round 2?
Okay, I'm gonna throw out odds. Okay. What are the odds, Rachel, that Steve James is shirtless holding a bazooka?
Oh God.
Give me your percentage that this happens in this movie. A shirtless Steve James with a bazooka.
Like 100?
High percentage. Yeah.
Okay. We'll throw that out there. I'm going
to be disappointed if he doesn't.
Like the main evil star tattoo ninja is like very concerned about the existence of Michael Dudikoff, while the presumably evil businessman guy doesn't care, doesn't take him seriously. So I assume that the ninjas are going to start targeting Michael Dudikoff specifically, and that's how he's going to get dragged back into this.
What's interesting is, we talk about how a lot of these movies they're a product of their times, where it's like, well, we look at them now with a different lens here, and they're problematic. The evil businessman is forever.
Evergreen.
Timeless.
Evil. The corporation that is trying to fuck over everybody is forever. And these movies, no matter how problematic they can get in all the other areas, they always have that thread of the evil corporation trying to fuck over everybody. And in this one's probably going to hire Ninja to go take out whoever they take out. So fuck evil corporations.
You can make any story with a bad guy and declare their motives to be profits, and everyone will be on board for the ride. It makes sense.
Down with capitalism.
It's true. And then half those people will vote against their best interests.
Will.
With that, let's get into minutes 20 through 40.
All right, we are back. We've got through minutes 20 to 40. Matt and Rachel, I'm just curious, how much of the last 20 minutes would you two estimate you actually watched?
How much on-screen time did Steve James have? Because that's
not enough. The answer to both questions is not enough.
That's the answer to every question with Steve James. Not enough. Not enough. Yeah. Rachel, I have come up with an amazing piece of trivia here about this movie that I think you're going to like. Okay. Steve James, the great Steve. I forgive you, Steve. The great Steve James said in an interview that Michael Dudikoff was anxious about working with him since James knew martial arts and Dudikoff didn't. And he didn't want to be shown up. James even requested his final fight scenes be filmed on the other side of the compound, far away from Dudikoff, to avoid any further problems. It wasn't until halfway through filming the sequel that the two of them set their differences aside. Michael Dudikoff could not handle. He was threatened. I mean, he was threatened by the awesomeness that is Steve James.
Compare that to what we learn about Michael Dudikoff in future movies. Where like American Ninja 4 is the first one without Steve James, and it's got like the other American Ninja, and the history according to the internet was it was supposed to be a team up movie, like the new guy and Michael Dudikoff fighting ninjas, and then when we find out Michael Dudikoff pulled rank and is like, no, I am the hero. I will only come back from this movie if new guy gets captured and I have to come in and save the day. Like, compare these two things. He's so intimidated by Steve James.
Michael Dudikoff, friend of the show, Michael Dudikoff.
Holy shit. I mean, like, I get being intimidated by Steve James. He is such a charisma bomb. Even if he wasn't a martial artist, I feel like he would be incredibly intimidating to work with, especially if you're a fragile little man, like apparently.
And that's so funny because I mentioned, like, in the opening segment, I was like, that fight scene that Michael Dudikoff was doing with the convoy, it sucked. It looked bad. Well, it makes sense now because he didn't know how to do martial arts. Imagine if that were Steve James kicking everybody's ass. That would have been fantastic. Yep. Another piece of trivia here. Originally, the studio chose Chuck Norris to star. He chose not to do the film because he didn't want his face hidden on camera. He said, if I'm going to be in a film, I don't want my face hidden. I'm going to be me. So I wonder if they wanted him to be Black Star Ninja. Because Black Star Ninja's got his face covered, right?
Or was
Dudikoff does Dudikoff end up in a ninja outfit later in the movie? Because that's the only thing that would make sense there.
I honestly don't remember.
I mean, maybe originally they were going to have him in like that's why it was called American Ninja. Maybe he was in some sort of like red, white, and blue ninja suit through the whole thing.
Okay. And the last piece of trivia here that makes sense in both problematic and non-problematic way. Director Sam Furstenberg admitted in an interview that audiences didn't like seeing a female ninja in Ninja 3: The Domination. For this movie, Canon Films saw an action star who looked like James Dean, didn't talk much, and seemed to have a chip on his shoulder. Sam auditioned 2,000 actors and narrowed it down to 200. While Michael Dudikoff had no martial arts training, he had the look Canon wanted. He was only cast because
so that means there was
1,999
people that Canon decided were worse than Michael Dudikoff.
Wow.
Imagine being one of those guys.
Yeah.
Someone just leapt out of a window in a tall building.
Someone just took two big fistfuls of sleeping pills.
Unsubscribed from life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we probably had some of those. Sort of like, actually, they just made fun of me. I'm going to unsubscribe from this Outpost Unknown channel now. Unsubscribe. Leave a horrible comment down below. Also, one other thing, real quick. In an interview with German media in 2012, Michael Dudikoff revealed that he sweated a lot during the later fight scenes because he had malaria.
Oh,
so when you see sweaty Dudikoff later on, malaria is his excuse.
Okay.
So
that's also my excuse for why I sweat.
What happened?
Oh, do we actually get to talk about what happened in this 20 minutes now?
Oh yeah.
What happened, Steve? What happened?
We get Dudikoff.
He was mad we weren't talking last time. Now he's mad at us for talking. Pick a lane, Steve. Pick a lane.
The lane is you got to pay attention to the movie. I'm very sorry. That's not the lane you wanted. but that's the lane you're in.
It's a stupid lane. That's the lane you're in. We're the ones just wild going in whatever
I'm
lane
very
we want.
aware of you two wilding out in my ear while I'm trying to watch this movie. So we get Michael Dudikoff's backstory. The two like military guys are like, who is this guy? What's his history? And they're like, he has amnesia and his parents are dead. He doesn't know who he is. Perfect for the military. So they.
This is a cool movie. Amnesia, you say? I had no idea. I don't even remember it for the first time I watched this movie.
No, Michael Dudikoff has amnesia, and he doesn't remember who he is or where he's from, and the army just kind of took him in, and so then he goes back to the barracks to just kind of wait to find out is he going to be court-martialed or not, and the other military guys are still giving him shit. Like, they think that the military guy tried to stop this hijacking just because he wanted glory, not because that presumably is his fucking job to protect these military assets. They think that he did it to get the glory, be a hotshot, and get to bang the military daughter Patricia. Because one of the military guys even calls him out. Is like, oh, did she put out for you because you were such a big damn hero or something like that?
Yes, women are prizes. This is known. That's what we exist for, to be prizes.
Yep. So I did.
Well, thank you for finally confirming that,
they
Rachel.
asked, they asked him, did he
Someone
win?
had to have the courage to say
did he win the Patricia Prize? And he does not answer. He is a man of few words. And so he just, it's like the next.
Maybe he just forgot because he has amnesia.
He has returning amnesia and just things just kind of like blink in and out of existence in his head.
Bad short-term memory,
like Matt.
It's like Memento.
Great movie.
I have real bad short-term memory. That's
so then it cuts to just later in the day, maybe the next day. I don't know. Like, Joe's a job apparently is just like a truck driver. That's all he is. He's like doing mechanics work on his truck. And Steve James is jogging with some military guys, and someone points out Joe to him. And Steve James is like, goes up to Joe and like picks a fight with him. It's like, oh, I heard you got some moves. Let's test those moves out. And they fight, and to like our great disappointment, Joe humbles Steve James. Like, at one point, Joe puts a bucket over his head to blind himself and still beats Steve James. Steve James, though, even in defeat, is like this incredibly amazing human being. And so he immediately befriends Joe. It's like, hey, you beat me. You got some moves here. And he turns to the military guys. It's like, all right, everyone's cool with Joe now, right? Everyone is cool with Joe now, right? And the military guy is just immediately like, they have to drop their grudge against Joe because Steve James is telling them to, and Steve James gets what he wants. And then one of the evil military generals comes over there, and he's going to use this opportunity to like further shit on Michael Dudikoff. And Steve James is like, no, like, I started it. Like, I picked this fight. Like, I tried to turn it into a training exercise because I am
as a good man should. Yes. Take blame, take responsibility. I started it.
He tries to put all of that on himself, which it was his fault, to protect Michael Dudikoff. And military guy is like, nope, fuck Joe Armstrong. And so the next time we see Joe, he has been downgraded from like military truck driver to like military janitor. And so at some point in all of this, which is where he belongs, at some point in all this, we cut over to like the evil business guys again. And like, I still don't know any of these people's names, but it's like Evil Businessman 1, who we saw with a star tattooed ninja.
White suit, the evil businessman. He's just wearing that white suit.
White suit evil businessman invites another businessman to come and join him on, I don't know, some private mansion where everything is his. And he has a compound where he trains multicolored ninjas to protect his assets. And so,
if I was rich, I would do that.
Obviously.
I would have the crayon squad.
Cotton Candy Ninja Squad.
Cotton Candy Ninja Squad, exactly.
And so, like, I don't know, I still don't know what this evil business guy does, but he has a private army of ninjas that he trains. And
It's Elon Musk.
That's
who it is. Just call him Elon.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be his name, Elon. The other evil businessman pays $4 million to get in on whatever evil plot Elon has going on. We also see, like, back in like Joe's first scene in this segment, after it becomes known that he has amnesia, he has a flashback to like young Joe being trained by a guy, and we see that guy later on. He's like the gardener or something in Elon's private ninja mansion, and like this guy's backstory is apparently like he was one of the guys who fought in the war, which I assume I don't know if it's Vietnam War or World War II or what, but he was fighting in the war, and he never got the message that the war was over. So like he stayed at his post like a long time after he shouldn't have. I don't know. Joe's trainer is now a gardener at Ninja Mansion. Okay. We go back to Joe, and like he is like best friends with Steve James now. Steve James is trying to get him to admit that Patricia is cute. Matt, go ahead.
This is Steve James' revenge. This is his revenge scene. So previously, Steve James was humbled by Michael Dudikoff, and we were like, okay, that kind of sucks. He rolls in now. This is how I picture it. We've already established through the true IMDb trivia that Michael Dudikoff did not like Steve James. He was threatened by Steve James. They probably had some off-camera sort of like altercations. You know how it goes. And Steve James went up to the director of this right before the scene was about to begin. He goes, "Come on over here, buddy." Director's like, "What do you need, Steve?" He's like, "You know what I need? You need to not be wearing a shirt in this scene right here, right now, because I want to walk in looking like Steve James." And the director was like, "I find no fault in that logic. No shirt for you." And they didn't tell Michael Dudikoff, and Michael Dudikoff had to do take after take after take, taking in the glory that is.
Michael, I'm going to need you to speak directly into Steve's nipples on this scene.
Is this true, or is this like our headcanon? It seems like it was ripped from my dream journal. Is this actually a true story?
What I just said? Yes. The true story is that they didn't like each other on set. Okay. I'm just saying this is how it played out in real life, Rachel.
Got it.
This is how it played out. You know, it's how it played out.
Yeah.
Because why would he not have a shirt on?
Right. Yeah.
Michael Dudikoff would not have gone for that.
No, he would not have.
He doesn't look that good.
But Michael Dudikoff already had a shirtless scene. There is a flaw in your argument, sir.
No. Because in that scene, Steve James wasn't there. The alpha is now directly next to the beta, right? So, like, they're in the exact same scene together. That's why it works.
I'm surprised.
Trust me, I'm a director.
Dudikoff didn't rip his shirt off, too. Just like,
Yeah.
Anyway, nip to nip.
He knew he couldn't compete.
Sure.
He knew he couldn't compete. Sure. He had to be
Steve
covered.
James and Michael Dudikoff are now besties. Steve James tries to get Michael Dudikoff to tell him where he learned his ninja abilities, and Dudikoff just tells him, "I don't know, I got amnesia."
No. He said he learned them on the streets.
But eventually he admits that he has amnesia. And so
he's a liar. So
I assume he just wanted people to stop asking. But he first tells Steve James, "I got my ninja ability."
Tongue.
Here we go again. Here we fucking go.
No, I'm not going. I'm throwing that word out into the ether.
Yes.
There's no context to it.
We will provide context at a later date. Anyways, Steve James, once Michael Dudikoff won't tell him where he got his ninja abilities from because Michael Dudikoff doesn't know. But then Steve James is like, "Hey, how about we start a wrestling business? Like, you and I can tour the country and put on like martial arts exhibitions. We'll make all the money." And then it's like the next day when they're hanging out and Steve James is shirtless. They are like super best buds now. And then Patricia's like driver shows up and is like, "Hey, Steve James, I've got a date with a girl. I know you're shocked that a guy like me can have a date with a girl, but trust me, I got a date with a girl. I need to take her this love letter, but I don't have time. Steve James, go deliver this love letter to me." And Steve James is like, "I don't have time either. let's send Michael Dudikoff to do it. And so Michael Dudikoff says, yeah, I'll go deliver this love letter for you. And so, but Steve James is like, how are you going to get out of the base? You're basically like, confined to the base right now. You can't leave. How are you going to get out? And so Michael Dudikoff's like, oh, don't worry, I'll figure it out. And so he takes Steve James's bike and like jumps a ramp over the wall and lands and drives to it is super stupid and drives to the area where this note is supposed to be delivered, but we find out this is all just a trick. This driver guy's girl is not there. Patricia is there, and this is all an elaborate plot by Patricia to have some alone time with Michael Dudikoff. And
I'm paused on 40 minutes exactly with the subtitles, and it's just Patricia going, I had to see
same.
you, with her head tilted to the side. I will point out that the guy, he does not go to Michael Dudikoff first to ask about the love letter. He goes to the magnificent Steve James. That's who he wants. So like you look at Dudikoff's face, and you're like, no, this guy's nothing. He's got nothing. He's got
this
nothing
was all
going
a
on.
plan. Like he did that, like knowing that Steve James couldn't go. And that it was going to fall on Michael Dudikoff's shoulders. This is all context you get when you watch the fucking movie.
I refuse to believe that. Didn't happen that way.
Thoughts? How do we feel about this? This was aside from the fact that Steve James lost, I think this was a pretty entertaining 20 minutes. We got the Ninja Mansion, shirtless Steve James. Steve James just being a good dude. What do we think? I had a good time with this. How many minutes did you two watch?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm not going to talk to you at all, Rachel, for the rest of this fucking movie. Now, here's the thing, Steve. I blame you for this. Why? Because I leave the Stevecast. You cast me out. You guys annoyed me so much. I was cast out. And then I come back. I fucking come back to this show, and now we have the cameras on the entire time. We're going to talk through the entire thing. That's not what Stevecast was before. We watched the thing, and then we left.
Guess who wanted to do that?
And then we came back more.
Rachel. Rachel changed the format of the Stevecast.
Wasn't me.
I don't know
wasn't
what
me
you're talking about.
Hey, I blame whoever's name is on the name of the show.
We are on Rachelcast.
Stevecast.
So, it's Rachel's. This is the real Rachelcast.
This is a good 20 minutes. Yeah. It's a good 20 minutes.
I agree.
Good 20 minutes.
See, I mean, it was a great reminder of why we got so obsessed with these movies in the first place, and that it was the Steve James of it all. The quality of film greatly increased as soon as he showed up. Like, do I like that he lost that fight? No. I feel like he threw it, though, for sure. And it was, entertaining to watch if you aren't paying attention to the plot points for reasons that I think can go unsaid. Mm-hmm. And then right away, though, we get to see like that charismatic personality. He's actually making jokes that are landing. The rest of this is just so stilted and silly. And then he comes in and is funny and infuses so much warmth and charm instantly.
Suddenly there's charisma in the film.
Yes, exactly. You like the charisma deficit up until this point, even with Gooch on screen, has been very apparent.
Gooch.
But
Gooch Cooch?
Gooch Cooch. Even Gooch Cooch couldn't say
Gooch
it.
Cooch.
We needed Steve James, and he is delivering a
good name for a band, too.
No, it's not. No.
Are they going to open for Cotton Candy Ninja?
the Gucci Coochies.
Gucci Coochies, no. Oh, no.
Are we ready to watch the next 20 minutes of this fucking movie?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I need to find a way to like mute you two while I am enjoying the film.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push play.
Unbelievable.
Okay, I'm playing.
ADHD cast.
It's really bad today. It's extra bad today. I'm so sorry.
I'm not. This is how I am. I own it. All right, I'm back.
All right. We are back with minutes 40 to 60, and now my two good friends are going to lead the recap of this segment. Take it away.
All I heard is you
take the first 10
friend.
minutes.
Yay!
You take the first 10 minutes, Rachel. I'll take the last 10 minutes. So what happened in the first 10
minutes?
minutes?
That's very unfair.
That is not chair.
It's
all right.
Look,
okay, so
I mean, I posed it up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
ladies
I
first.
think we left off with the burgeoning romance between Dushakov and Paulette? Paula?
Patricia?
Joanne?
Patricia.
Thank you.
Steve, you gotta leave us to our own devices here. Don't help us, Patricia.
But she's ready for a romance. He, on the other hand, is too much of a rebel. He's too much of a loner, and so he has to warn her away from him and his toxic peen. But she doesn't care. She wants to have a good time.
Toxic peen.
And so they go on
that's a good name for a band too.
Yes, they go on a hot date somewhere with big wicker chairs. So it's the fanciest one in town. While they're on their date, they get creeped on by our villains, General Lissimo Jerkface and Star Ninja Face. And they
no. There's a different dude there. It's the two businessmen, I think. I think it's the dude who was originally in the white suit.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Steve's saying it's not the guy in the white suit.
It's somebody. It's the sergeant. No, still.
It's somebody.
Okay.
Somebody. It doesn't matter who. They're being creeped on in the restaurant.
So, anyways, it's one of them.
Okay.
Just kidding. So
I disagree, internet.
They
Can you guys even see me anymore? It's really dark in here now. Hold on. Let me.
You're getting more and more romantic mood lighting to be alone over there. Okay, there we go.
I have a bad camera on this laptop. I should use
You're a director. You need a better camera.
No, that's what the cinematographer needs. The camera. I just sit back and tell them what to do.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so they're on the date. Then they see and they recognize that the American ninja is in the house. So they decide they're going to frame him for something, and they plot against him. And then the American ninja goes home and goes. Or he hooks up with Paulette. Him and Paulette have a romantic evening.
He hooked up with her?
Yes.
Like they banged?
Yes, like full.
Okay, so hold on.
So,
at some point here, hold on. At some point after the hot American ninja sex, he gets underneath a truck, and hooks on because the bad guys are taking a bunch of.
Don't call her a truck.
What? No. He hooks up. He grabs underneath the truck that the bad guys are driving. Has a bunch of cases of fragile stuff in it. We don't know what it is yet, but he drives to the enemy lair, the bad guy lair.
Yes.
Then we got ninjas, Black Star ninjas there with the business people, whatever.
Yes.
Dushakov gets out, looks in, opens up. There's bazookas in there. He's like, oh shit. He climbs up to the ceiling. He jumps off, runs away.
Cut to the General Lissimo's house where the gardener is in the background being a secret ninja and ear hustling.
Yes, I'm looking at the screen. Yes.
How do we do? At what point did your spirit leave your entire ass body, Steve?
Like the previous 20 minutes. Like it didn't even make it to this point here. I guess I give you two like a D plus.
Yeah, give us a score.
D plus.
So let's fill in the gaps of all the things that you missed. So there
don't call her that.
There's a moment later on in this segment where Rachel looks at one of the military guys and is like, guys, I think they're going to reveal that dude is a bad guy. He was one of the guys at the dinner spying on them with Elon.
That's what I said.
No.
Elon was there.
It was Elon. It was Elon and the main military guy that is not Patricia's dad.
Well,
okay.
Wasn't Elon the guy in the white suit at the beginning of the movie?
Yes.
Because I said the guy in the white suit was there.
There were two people there, and neither of you got both of them.
But collectively, we did.
No.
It was called a.
I award you no points.
Yeah.
We are all dumber for having listened to what you said. So this, I think this other.
No, we're not even drunk.
This other military guy, I think his name is Ronaldo. So it's Ronaldo, who is the main military guy that's not Patricia's dad, hanging out with Elon.
Not the Gooch.
And yes, not Gooch Cooch. And so Ronaldo is like, or Elon's like, I want to kill this guy because he's in our way. And he schemes with Ronaldo to come up with a plan. And then so Matt just assumed that after banging Patricia, he just woke up under a truck. You guys missed a whole sequence that explains what's going on.
No, I said he crawled under the truck.
How did he get to the truck? What's the context of him being near the truck?
He saw it and he crawled underneath it and hooked on hold on, wait a minute. It's coming back to me now. I remember an Indiana Jones style sort of thing. He gets on Steve James's motorcycle, ramps up, jumps onto the truck, gets on the front, and then eventually makes it under it, right?
Why was he going near the truck in the first place?
Because he likes bazookas?
Because he's the American ninja and he just knows
ninja
the bad
senses.
guys.
It's because the bad guy's plan is to send him into an ambush, and so Joe is a military truck driver.
That's what I said. They plotted against him,
and you had no idea.
I feel like we said this in a roundabout way.
You guys were like, you guys are like, hey, during that 20 minutes, Joe was there. I get full points for that answer, right? That's what you two are doing right now.
Well, and that's 100% correct. He was.
Did sex actually happen though? Like, did he bang?
Like, it's implied.
Oh, but
it's implied. Yes.
It was implied.
Matt is like sex blind. We've discovered this in movies.
Right.
It just
he does not see boobs.
Doesn't hit him.
Look,
although he did see the boobs, he was the only one that saw the boobs in the background in the barracks.
Yes,
the barracks boobs.
I saw them.
So there were no boobs. They were covered.
They were there.
Oh,
it was a hand bra situation.
Oh,
anyways,
excuse me.
He saw the hands.
Excuse me, princess.
The plot to kill to Joe was to like send him to a warehouse where an ambush was waiting, and then he survived the ambush. And as one of the bad guys was driving away, he latched onto that bad guy's truck. That truck goes to Elon's mansion where he gets into a fight. He escapes and he's about to run away, but then the Ninja Mansion gardener that we saw in a flashback was also Joe's mentor, stops him and is like, no, don't go that way, go this way. And now, I don't know if he got caught or this is a lie, but everyone seems to believe now that Joe is in the brig. And I paid attention to this, and I don't remember him going to the brig. So I think this is just like a story the bad guys are telling to explain why he's not there. But Steve James is like, why is he in the brig? He shouldn't be there. And the evil military guy is saying, oh, he tried to steal military equipment, and Steve James absolutely does not believe this. Matt went back to the boobs, I think.
No, I'm looking at that goddamn orange juice. It looks great.
Oh yeah,
that full glass of orange juice right there. But it's on the opposite side. Like Black Star Ninja's not drinking it. I don't know
He
why.
ordered the largest
orange juice. Let me share my experience with the viewer out there. I'm watching the movie. Joe is fighting ninjas.
Singular.
Joe is fighting ninjas, and in my ear, Matt and Rachel are talking about brownies and Halloween costumes.
But which one was more entertaining? Be honest.
That's not the point.
Yes.
Halloween costumes.
You don't remember?
When we talk about how
I
remember the brownies, but what was the Halloween costume?
You were
Oh yes, when I was a kid. Yes. yes. When I was a kid, loved the Ninja Turtles. Yes. Okay, we did the nunchucks and Fontana and all that. Got it.
Carney boyfriend. Yes.
Yes, Carney boyfriend. Yes. 100%. It's all here. Retained.
Yeah. Anyways, let's watch the next 20 minutes and see what exciting bullshit you two talk about. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Steve.
Matt.
Steve, We made Rachel happy on a day in which she was really sad.
You did. I'm in the best mood now.
I hit play. I'm watching. Rachel, we got to watch. We got to make sure we know what's happening here.
You two will not watch this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. That was 1 hour to the 1 hour and 20 mark. I really enjoyed this thing we're doing now, so I think we're gonna keep doing it. I want to pitch this over to my two good friends that paid very close attention to these previous 20 minutes. Matt and or Rachel, please do your best. Tell me what happened during these 20 minutes here.
I feel better about this one. What about you, Matthew? I feel like I mostly saw this one.
This is what I feel. I feel like Steve is shaming us because we have disabilities. This is disability shaming, where he's like, we have explained to him that we have ADHD and it's hard for us to focus, and so he's like, we're going to make a new segment of you guys making fools of yourselves.
I'm not shaming you by making you recap. I am shaming you with this list I kept of all the things you talked about during the last 20 minutes of this movie.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let me really quickly just go through this list of the things that you were talking about rather than watching this movie.
Oh no, not accountability!
First and foremost was an upcoming film project. I'm not going to go into any more details on that because I don't know if that's hush hush. Then you two talked about tacos for a significant amount of time. Then Tiffany Shepis came up. Then you went back to tacos to discuss the best taco places. Then Rachel brought up tacos with pineapple, which led to Matt talking about hating hot fruit and also thinking that pie is gross. And you wrapped it up by talking about John Wayne dying.
You know, when you put it like that, our brains are fucked up. Like they are not wired properly. They are not wired properly. Look at this guy. Like said, accountability. Jeez. Wow. Okay, well, let's prove him wrong, Rachel. Let's prove him wrong. Okay. How did this start? Okay, this started.
He was in jail. He was in the brig.
He was in the brig.
And they come to assassinate him, maybe? And so he does the, drop down escape that we were all
Black Star Ninja. Black Star Ninja comes to get him. But Black Star Ninja, he takes out a whole bunch of the guards, right? Yeah. And then he gets in there, and he stabs the bed, but he put pillows there and a blanket. Dudikoff is gone.
Yeah.
Twisty twist. Yeah. So there's a sort of fight sequence there. Dudikoff starts fighting Black Star Ninja. I remember them bouncing around on the tops of tanks or something.
Building parkour style. And he gets away.
Where does it go from there?
Well, at some point he ends up at Paulette's house, and so does...
Who's Paulette?
What is her name? I don't know. Weird science girl.
Patricia?
What's her name?
Patricia. I'd already forgotten about it too. And I was correcting you multiple times. Patricia.
And Steve James
because Gooch Gooch.
Yeah, because they're going to Gooch Gooch for an assist.
Yep.
Because clearly he's a good guy. He's not Elon. But then he betrays them.
There's a whole segment you missed.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We passed it. I have no recollection of it. Do you?
Literally.
All right. So,
I have no recollection
of it. I'm just going to take over here.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
We were getting there.
You passed it.
Whoa, we did better than we did the last segment, did we not?
No.
What are you talking about? I remember Dudikoff throwing himself through the sugar glass window and rolling and running away, and then I remember Steve James ninja kicking a machine gun out of a guy's
and what happened before that?
Story.
There's a thing that happens here. There's a thing that happens. Black Star Ninja comes and he grabs Paulette and then stabs her in the neck with a ninja
needle.
Syringe or something, puts her in the backseat of the car. Gooch watches it as they drive away. And now Michael Dudikoff meets up with Splinter, and Splinter's like, I'm going to give you the way of Bushido. You're going to have Kama-doo-doo or something is like the way of making ninjas invisible or something, and now Michael Dudikoff has gone through it. He's come out. He's standing in front of like a ninja building, dressed to the nines like a ninja, and he's ready. He's ready. He's gonna kill Ninja Star for breaking with the ninja code. Yes. For sure.
And there was a whole training sequence when he was a kid and he had like his child diaper outfit. And then
we got this.
We nailed it. Okay. Give us a score. What do we get?
We
got it.
What is it, Steve?
C.
C?
I'll give you a C.
Yeah.
You can have a C on that one.
C, okay.
So the parts that you missed are like the entire thing like leading up to them going to Gooch Cooch's house. Because yes, Joe is in the brig and he uses the Black Star Ninja tries to kill him and he uses that opportunity to escape. And so then the alarms go off on the base because there's been a break-in into the jail, and so all of the military guys get out and run out, and Joe specifically seeks out Steve James because he knows Steve James can help him, and he tells Steve James is like, dude, like I saw that. Steve James is like. Steve James is like, dude, like, let me help you with this. And Joe's like, no, I got to do this on my own. And so Michael Dudikoff, Jesus, what am I doing with my life? Can't wait to see what's going to be on the next list of things.
I felt I saved that, but go ahead, Steve. Continue.
Steve James is trying to get Michael Dudikoff to agree to allow Steve James to help, but Michael Dudikoff is like, no, just get me a vehicle and let me go and do this on my own, and so Steve James like kind of like not double crosses, but he goes rogue. What the fuck is happening here? What is happening?
Got myself a little fan here. Don't mind me. Yeah, got a little fan. I knew this would come in handy.
Sounds like
someday.
You're repeatedly farting into your mic.
Oh shit! Let me go into mute.
What the fuck? Great, fantastic. Yeah, this is wonderful.
Wow, that's way more impressive than mine.
Is this what we're doing right now?
That's what we're doing.
Rather than just going along with Michael Dudikoff's plan, Steve James pulls rank and he goes and finds Patricia. And Steve James and Patricia tell Michael Dudikoff that no, we are not going along with your plan. We are going to go tell my dad, Gooch Cooch, about all this, and Gooch Cooch will help us. It turns out Gooch Cooch will not help them because he was in on it the entire time. But now he feels like too many people know. Like, too many people have died. We can't just like sweep this whole Michael Dudikoff problem under the rug. We have to cancel the plan. Like the plan seems to be they're going to steal like military hardware and there's a mermaid.
I like mermaids.
They're dope.
Did you know that? I'm into mermaids.
This is just like that Matt train of thought. I'm going to add mermaids to the list over here.
This is why I want to do my watercolor show, because it's just going to be me doing watercolors talking about random shit.
Yes.
That's what I'm good at.
Patricia's dad is like, we have to cancel this project. Like, it's too many people know. And Elon is like, absolutely, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just showing mermaids. Keep talking, Steve. I'm listening.
I like Sasquatch.
Oh, that's good.
See,
I like Sasquatch.
And
too.
we're starting the last 15 minutes of this movie. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I quit. I'm pushing play. I quit. All right. We are back. We have finished American Ninja 1.
You sound like you've been through a trial. God, like a
people
gauntlet.
will never know.
An ADHD
people
gauntlet.
will never know like all of the problems that Rachel caused for us during that last 15-minute segment.
Wow. You know what?
Yeah,
I could have
true.
been
That's
killed
true.
by that person with the assault rifle. Then
Yeah,
then
so,
you feel bad for this.
The list was relatively small this time. What they were mostly talking about was were some very California problems, which was a guy wearing an alien mask walking around with a chainsaw, and then Rachel discovered
Electric saw.
Electric saw.
We don't
okay.
know if it was a chainsaw. It said electric on.
And then there was someone with an assault rifle in the vicinity. So, fair play. I get that, you might be a little distracted. And then you just Magneto'd your internet on your end. And so we had to restart the call.
Yeah, all of a sudden your screen just went black. It was just like black squares, but you said you guys could still see me.
Yep.
So it's your fault. Anyways, there's not much plot to talk about in this last 15 minutes.
This is like 3D coming right at you guys.
Cool.
I know.
Sorry, 15 minutes is just like a big fight scene. Like, to the movie's credit, like, it is just a huge fight scene. Joe goes to confront the bad guys, but they've got Patricia there as a hostage, and so they tell him, put down your weapons, and he puts down his weapons, and then Elon says, okay, or he tells Elon, let her go, and he's like, that wasn't part of the deal. Elon double-crossing people, weird, right? And so the Elon sends the Ninja Squad out to fight Michael Dudikoff, and so Michael Dudikoff is fighting them off for a little bit, and then a smoke bomb goes off, and his Ninja Master is also there. I don't even know if we got to the point where we talked about it in the last segment, but at the end of the last segment, the Ninja Master, who was like the Ninja Mansion gardener, was like telling Michael Dudikoff the final ninja secret that he needed to become a full-blooded ninja, I guess. So Michael Dudikoff and his Ninja Master fight ninjas.
Now who wasn't paying attention? We totally covered that last time.
Listen,
we did.
This is a lot, okay? You two are putting me through a trial.
Wow. Don't tell me listen in that tone.
Hello.
Don't you say that. I don't want to hear you say listen. You are a lot. Yeah, Kamadudu has been mentioned multiple times.
So Ninja Master eventually gets killed because a ninja goes invisible, and I don't know if they're all wearing identical ninja outfits, so I don't know if this is the Ninja Master or one of the other random ninjas.
Damn, you're about to say Ninja Matt. I think you're just about to say Ninja Matt right there. Like I am wearing black.
I mean, me too.
I could be ninja. I'm halfway there.
Same.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. You got like, okay. I mean, it's a hat, but it looks like you're wearing like a ninja headband right now. So maybe you got like a little bit on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going full ninja
like
right
someone
now.
throws a knife at Michael Dudikoff, and like stupidly the Ninja Master like jumps in the way, and so Ninja Master is dead. Michael Dudikoff continues to fight ninjas, and then here comes the military. Steve James riding on the back of a military jeep with a machine gun, mowing people down. He just gets a fucking machine gun and kills a bunch of ninjas. He only gets like one like real fight scene with the dude, and he just it's Steve James. He just beats him down, grabs his nuts and squeezes at one point. That looked very painful, and then just beats him down. While this
felt very Commando. Like this was Commando. They're taking Schwarzenegger's Commando when he shows up and he just starts wrecking everybody in that Central American village or whatever. This felt like the clearance rack version of that. Where it was just like, hey, we're showing up and we're just going to shoot everybody. Every bullet hits. Every fight is won. But I think, Steve, going back to where you said that Splinter jumps in front of Michael Dudikoff and stops
I look
him
at Rachel
from dying.
every time you say Splinter, and she's just like, is that okay? Is he allowed
What's
to say
wrong?
that?
It's fine.
Like, Splinter's like Ninja Turtles. I just feel like he's the sensei of the Ninja Turtles, so I say Splinter. That we can blame him for Dudikoff not dying and Steve James having this entire final action sequence.
He paid for it with his life. So then, after Steve James gets his one fight scene, the bad guy partner, Elon's buddies, decides, you know what, fuck this. Like I'm taking my money back and getting out of here because clearly you can't, you can't deliver. You can't deliver whatever it is you promised. And so Elon kills his business partner, grabs Patricia.
But ultimately, what was it that was promised?
Missiles.
Like what was Elon trying to do?
He was trying to sell missiles that were being stolen from the U.S. military. I think. To
who?
To another evil businessman.
That sounds right.
I mean, it
just happened.
It makes sense. I can't refute it. Let me look.
Elon kills his business partner and realizes, all right, this is fucked. Joe finally manages to kill the Black Star Ninja, who has a lot of cool like ninja weapons. He has like a flamethrower. He has like a small knuckle gun like built onto his gauntlet. But ultimately,
what he sounds like? He sounds
laser.
Like a Mandalorian. That's what he sounds like.
Whoa, yeah. He is a Mandalorian. This is very Star Wars-esque. We had the light side of the Force and the dark side, I think. Kama Doo-Doo. They're like, well, Black Star Ninja, he's the dark side.
If you're going to say Star Wars is like equal quality to American Ninja, I mean, I'm not going to fight with you.
I didn't say that.
I feel like that's what you're saying.
From the best.
I just said
they copied from the best.
The copy, I mean, I didn't say anything about it being equal to Star Wars. I said nothing of the sort. Stop putting words in my mouth, Steve.
I'm leaving that in.
No.
I don't even what the fuck do I even do with the end of this episode? Anyways, Elon kills his business partner and decides, shit's fucked, I can't win. So I am going to take Patricia.
Shit's fucked.
I am going to take Patricia and leave. And so, like, Gooch Cooch, Patricia's dad, is there trying to rescue her. He gets killed by Elon. Elon flies away with Patricia. And Joe jumps onto the helicopter and is climbing around. And Elon also climbs out of the helicopter. So they're both hanging on to like the railings of the helicopter, and Elon's trying to shoot Joe. And Joe opens up the helicopter, grabs Patricia, and jumps out of the helicopter and shatters their bones as they crash land onto the roof of a building. And so the whole time,
it's like me in Fallout 76 falling off a cliff, and Steve's got to come like.
I just remember that time you like went out the window of that tower. Do you remember this?
Shut up! You don't need to rub it in, Rachel. God.
So the whole time this helicopter fight has been happening, Steve James has been sitting there with a bazooka and no shirt, patiently waiting to shoot this helicopter. And so once Joe paralyzes himself and Patricia, Steve James blows up the helicopter. Joe picks up Patricia in his arms and drops him into Steve James' arms, so she is upgraded, and then Joe just kind of looks off into the distance, and that is the end of the movie, and perhaps the end of this friendship after all the shit that's happened tonight.
I'm just thinking how this is that same day that like you tried to sniper me and I caught up with you and killed you slowly with a knife, and I just remember you screaming the whole time like no.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Fallout 76. No.
Goddamn ADHD cast. What do I do with this?
It hurts. It hurts.
That's kind of what it sounded like. Yeah. No.
Damn it.
Like, how far gone do you have to be before like medication can be forced on you?
I think we're there. I think we're there. Okay, sorry, Steve. I'm so sorry.
If it's like speed, it fucks up your brain.
Oh my god.
Final thoughts on American Ninja 1. Final thoughts on the American Ninja franchise. It took us 9 years, but we finished it.
Oh man. We did.
We did finish it. I think this was worth it. 9-year journey to finish this off. I'm glad we made friend of the show Michael Dudikoff. That was really cool along the way. Steve James, amazing. That's something we will never forget. Steve James Day is in our calendars, correct? That's one of those things.
Next
and
month.
I think most of these films are, not good, but they can be entertaining with a group of friends. And I'm glad to have spent this journey with my friends. I apologize to Steve that our brains are like cats fleeing in different directions. That's just how it is. But it makes for funny moments.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time.
I
have a deep affection for this franchise. I couldn't tell you a single plot point in any of them, but
Obviously.
I just associate, as seen tonight. But I associate them with this. That when doing this with you guys, so I will always have love for this stupid franchise.
Yeah, and I think Vengeance Force. Steve James and Michael Dudikoff are in that.
I know
so we have more movies to watch. This franchise is terrible, but it's also been a lot of fun. Maybe it's just because I've been going through it with you bastards, but it has been a good time from start to finish. This is a great find, a great film for this stupid movie review format we have. And so, Matt, thank you for finding American Ninja 2 many, many years ago, even though you picked it out completely forgetting that at the time we had just watched a different ninja movie. So I'll always have that thought stuck in the back of my head.
That tracks. I will point out one thing I want to say is thank you to the literally hundreds of subscribers who have subscribed to Outpost Unknown from the American Ninja Stevecast that we've done still to this day. American Ninja 2 and 3, I think, are the highest viewed videos. They're evergreens in our back catalog of 450 plus videos. And I think like 400 or 500 people have subscribed to the channel just from those alone. So thank you to everybody out there watching on those videos.
We hope that this climactic review really gave you what you were waiting for.
So, it's been a long time since we've done this on the Stevecast. I think we should send one final tweet to Mr. Michael Dudikoff.
Yes,
what should we tell him?
Yes.
What is the final thing that we say to him in this?
It's got to either be about the art of the hacky or the kamadoodoo.
I need all both
practice
of those things.
The art of the kamadoodoo.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes, the art of the kamadoodoo.
Matt,
really
how
wasn't
do you
the
think
name, was it?
kamadoodoo is spelled?
Kama doodoo. Doodoo.
All right.
Mr.
Michael Dudikoff. It took 9 years, but we finally finished the American Ninja franchise. Do you still practice the art of the kamadoodoo? Post, sent, it's gone.
Do you have enough characters to put... Oh, I was going to say, do you have enough characters to post friend of the show, Michael Dudikoff?
He's never
to give him
he's never going to actually be a friend of the show.
Not if he listens to this episode.
God.
No. And that's funny because this will be the first episode in 21 years. Because Steve's going to put these all together.
Should I do them in watch order or chronological order? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm done. I want to go do something else with my night. Are we finished here?
I vote chronological order because there's so many running jokes that will not make sense if they start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Ninja punch that subscribe button and laser fire the like button.
Swing and a miss. Cut. Done.